Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Akil and today I'm going to be doing my final catch-up review for this week, guys. Yes, finally I'm done. Next week, Detective Pikachu. Here we go. So I'm just going to jump right into this now, guys. Hopefully it's not as long as yesterday's one. Guys, yeah. So today's Arctic. So without further ado, guys, let's just jump right into this. So to start with for my pre-rating score, I'm going to say that Arctic is a good movie, guys. Yes. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It wasn't okay. It was just good in general. Yeah, it wasn't like a really enjoyable experience. It was just it was a cinematic experience for an hour and a half. So yeah, that's how I felt about the movie. So yeah. Let's just jump right into the story. So the story of this movie is about a man called Overgard, I believe, or something like that, and he's Danish because he speaks Danish in this movie, and he basically has to survive in the Arctic. He's been there before. We don't know anything about him, and all we know is that he crash landed there in a plane, probably a month or so ago, maybe who knows? But probably not a year, but maybe a week ago or something like that. And he has to survive, and then one day he has this, and then one day this helicopter crash lands there, and he meets this girl that he has that was on the helicopter. She's hurt because she crash landed in the helicopter with the pilot, and she and the guy and the main character played by Mads Mikkelsen, they have to survive in the Arctic. She's very sick. She can't move. She can't really talk, and she can't really eat or drink either. So he has to help her survive. He has to survive himself, and the two go on this journey through the Arctic and all the type of stuff. So yeah. Along the way, they come across natural hazards, polar bears, and all the type of stuff. And the movie isn't like that long when you really think about it, but it is also kind of slow. So that's really it, guys. Just Mads Mikkelsen trying to survive in the Arctic. That's really it. Alright, so let's get on to the positives. So the first major positive of this movie is easily, instantly going to be Mads Mikkelsen. I mean, come on. He's such a great actor in this movie. He's so good. He really brings this like playful energy, in the sense, well, not playful, and this warmth and energy to this movie, in the sense like he's always very positive. He's never doubting himself and all types of stuff. Towards the end he kind of does, but he just keeps going, and yeah, and I really liked what he did in this movie. So yeah, next up, the cinematography. I don't talk about this, but I have to talk about it here. The cinematography is very well done. This movie is shot so well. It is very beautiful. It looks very good. It looks very clean. Apparently, they actually shot in Iceland, so that's actually really cool. So yeah, and apparently, I also heard that it took 19 days to shoot this movie. So that's also really cool. So well done to the director Joe Penna, and this is his first movie, by the way. And it looks really good, and it is pretty good, guys. Yeah, and finally for the positives. It had the perfect use of dialogue in this movie, guys. Yes, the dialogue in this movie was used perfectly, because this movie doesn't really have that much talking. It's more about the visuals. It's more about the visual storytelling rather than the verbal communication and all the type of stuff. This movie is really about Mads Mikkelsen surviving, and when you're surviving, you don't really have to talk that much unless something happens and you're like, oh, why'd that happen? There's one or two moments that is a little funny in this movie. There's 1-2 moments where you will feel like, whoa, okay, this guy's really pissed off. I don't blame him, so yeah. But overall, the dialogue was used perfectly, and but there are moments in this movie where there has to be dialogue because he's communicating with the character, the girl, the woman, the lady in this movie. So yeah, but the dialogue was used perfectly. Alright, let's just jump right into the negatives now, guys. So, the first negative is that it was a bit slow. This movie is a bit slow. It's not very slow, it's just a bit slow. The beginning does take time. The beginning of the film, like the first 20 to 30 minutes, it's a little slow. It's a little hard to get on, get through, guys. But then once the helicopter crash lands, that's when the movie, I feel, really kicks in. And that's really the meat of the story, guys. So yeah, kind of like Life of Pi. The beginning, it sets up who this character is and all type of stuff. Like you get to know him, or what his skills are and all the type of stuff, and how he's coping so far in the environment, guys. Yeah. but the beginning was, this movie is a little slow, guys. Yeah. Next up, it's also a bit boring. There are times in this movie, because there's not much time, it can be a little boring, guys. And now I'm saying it's a super boring movie, it's a bore fest. No, it's not. This movie is a very unique film in the sense that it's trying to show that not all movies, or especially not all survival movies, need dialogue, guys. Yeah, and especially like someone like Mads Mikkelsen, who's been in films like Doctor Strange, Rogue One. That's what I know him for. He's been in a bunch of other things too. I'm sure as well. But this movie, someone like Mads Mikkelsen, you would think that he would have a lot. It would be a little more exciting, but no, it was. So therefore, all I'm trying to say, guys, it was just a bit boring, guys. Yeah, in general. So yeah, and finally, it needed more action. This movie needed more action so that it could move the plot along a little more quickly. And yeah, there are 1-2 moments that I would consider are action sequences in this movie, guys, but that's really it. Apart from that, this movie doesn't really have much else. It's just there. I wouldn't say it's a bland film. It's not bland at all, but it's just there. It's a very unique cinematic experience, guys. So overall, I'm going to wrap things up right now and give our take as a final score a 7 out of 10. It's a good, solid survival movie. A great performance from Mads Mikkelsen. Very well impressed with the cinematography, the directing, the music. Everything's just really good in this movie for the most part. But there are moments in this movie that do drag. There are moments in this movie where you might feel like you want to fall asleep and all type of stuff. So yeah, so that's my review of Artie, guys. What do you guys think of it? Tell me in the comments below. Next week I'll be doing my review for Detective Pikachu, guys. So yeah, definitely looking forward to that, guys. And after that, Aladdin, Godzilla King of the Monsters. It's about to get a whole lot more crazier, guys, because we are in the summer movie season, guys. So yeah. Alright, so thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My name's Akil, and I'm signing out.